Hi, everybody. Here I am back for my third installment today. I told you I'd be coming at you all day long as we are monitoring our Giving Tuesday challenge, which is $2,000. And I want to announce today that right now we're at $400 has been raised this morning already. And that we have a matching offer up to the $2,000. So we do have one of our donors has said they would match to the $2,000. So that's great, guys. If we got to get up to that $2,000, it's not a whole lot of money. I mean, it may be a whole lot for all of you, but every penny counts. So we're just so excited. That sounds so good, doesn't it, Darcy?
I mean, what a generous gift. That's a lot of lives changed. Absolutely. I love that. I love it.
So, guys, I've told you I'd be bringing on guests from all over the country, and Darcy is coming to us from Lexington, Kentucky
Right.
today. And Darcy's one of our real, let's say, miracles. Not that everybody that comes to the program is not a miracle, but Darcy came to us, and her first interaction with us was virtual retreat during the pandemic, right, Darcy?
Yes, it was.
Um, and Darcy can tell us the story, but she came on a scholarship, on a sponsorship. She was supported on her first one. And tell us how that went, and then tell us how you are today. What's happened since then, and how that helped you so much, Darcy.
Oh, of course. So I actually my struggle has always been food and food freedom and being able to
Mhm.
find that. And it was a struggle for over 30 years, really. And um I went to like a 5-day treatment and I made a best friend. We're like our lives are so parallel. We've been close friends since then. But the program was great, but it wasn't, we still weren't finding the freedom we really wanted. She was introduced to Came to Believe and was so excited about it that she called me and told me about the next virtual retreat. And she said, I want to sponsor you. And I just, now looking back at what a blessing Came to Believe has been to me, I'm like, wow, what a gift she gave me. And so I got to do the same for someone else. I mean, you just, when you realize what a difference this program makes when you have, you can say you can have freedom, but there's a freedom like I had never felt before that I got from Came to Believe. And so to be able to pass that gift on, oh, it's been amazing. So yeah, I mean, when you've come to Came to Believe, it's just different than any other recovery program or anything. It's real freedom. It's real freedom, and freedom's available.
And we thank you so much, Darcy. And we know this is a common amongst Came to Believe retreat veterans who will then come along, especially ones who have been given support to come to their first retreat. They come along and feel like they want to support someone else. It's really nothing compared to like a rehab or
Oh,
something like that costs $20,000 and $30,000. And Darcy, I don't know if you heard this before, but I mean, things like I'm learning now as we're reaching into these shelters and rescue missions. I mean, they don't even have the options of a rehab. Like some of us have insurance or we have whatever. And so it's the least, the last, and the lost. And to be able to go in there, Darcy, and tell them we're coming for free to give you this
no.
message that you wouldn't get anywhere else. It's so inspiring. It's so encouraging. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes. And then to watch them grab hold of something that they may never have been able to hear and save their lives. Listen, and if they get back, many times they can come out. We've seen this, Darcy. People go out and have successful lives then. It's a jump start into being back a productive citizen. And so
So
anything we
true.
can do to help, right? We want to help get started.
Every little bit can help. I mean, just like you made such a good point. I mean, when I think about just the 5-day retreat that I did and how much money was put into that, um, and where it got me, and then, the minimal amount that it takes to go through a virtual retreat or one of the Came to Believe in person retreats, um, to get the freedom you can get from that. So I love that you all have never made it to where a person can't come to this. I mean, and the fact that there are even some that maybe can't make that do that money up front, but they can be sponsored so easily. So I'm glad you reached out to me today, because I also need to do my donation. I want to do that. I mean, this is where my heart is. I mean, to give people freedom and to know that it's out there, to give them hope, to give them their life back.
Awesome. And for all of you watching, the link is in the chat, in the comments, to go right to our campaign page. If you can't click on that link, you can just go right to our website, cametoBelieveRecovery.org, and just click on donate, and every little penny counts. It's so true. And you're right, Darcy, we've never turned anyone away. So, and we don't want to ever do that. But, you know, more than that today, Darcy, sometimes, you know, we hear with addicts that there's a big effort or a big stigma that goes around that it's a lifestyle choice, that somehow we chose to be this way. I know I didn't choose. I'm sure you didn't choose to have all the issues you had for 30 years. So, and then, but there is a way out, right? We haven't chosen it, and there is a way out. And what we want to do is to be able to just get this message to everybody. Because all we hear is, no one ever told me this. And so the ability to go out, it's like, well, people can go to AA or they can go, but in many cases, they're not hearing this message. They're not hearing this original message. And so for us to be able to put support together, to put structure together, to be able to just get the message out. Again, nobody's getting rich. We're not, it's all goes towards the nonprofit, to supporting what we need to do to get the message out. And then anybody that needs it. It's so vital today that we are able to just get this movement rolling.
No, I agree. I mean, if we could just get this out to more people. I mean, so many people are desperate for this and they don't know, you know. I know people that are working, you know, other programs, but they're always struggling, you know. That's not real freedom.
You know, and nowhere in our book does it say you're going to struggle. And, you know, we had some good inspiration too. It was really one of the things that was really sad to me, and the team that went to the South Bronx rescue mission a couple of weeks ago, Darcy, was they didn't have big books. There were no big books even in the shelter. And Dale Barker and a couple of us looked around and said, I mean, I made a commitment to Father Ignatius and said, well, we're just going to get you books. But I mean, that we just they don't come out of thin air. And as a way of donating, Dale Barker actually came forward and donated a bunch of books out of his own money. But that's the level it is. These people in there don't even have the book to start to read on their own, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So that is real, at least lost that out there. But we're out there doing it. And guys, if you're listening to us today, every penny counts. We'd love to get to the 2,000. Then we'd get our matching grant of 2,000. We'd love more. You know, give us whatever you can afford would be great to allow us to just go out there. And if you have time you want to give us, and you want to call us and send us an email and say, I don't have money, but I'd love to volunteer. We need lots of volunteers. So anything you can do. Now, I will note that Darcy not only came to virtual, but then she came to in-person retreat.
Yes.
Indiana. I had seen Darcy a whole bunch of times on Zooms and this, and we've talked on the phone probably for almost 2 years or a year and a half.
Yeah.
And finally we met in person in Indiana. And that was a great experience for you too when you came to the on ground, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it does take it to another level for sure. I mean, I found freedom through virtual, but it's a whole new level when you can be in person, you know. It's different. Such a blessing to be able to have done that, you know. But yeah, it's pretty powerful.
And we're looking, we have some others that come on. I know some of you that follow us on Recovery Live here, Anna Branson and Wesley and several others in the Kentucky area. We're going to get a team together with Darcy, and it looks like we're going to really try to do something in the Lexington area in 2023. Yeah. So awesome. I know you're excited about that, right, Darcy?
Very excited. Yes.
So all of you should look on our website for the dates, and come visit us in Kentucky if you're going to be there. That'd be great. We're going to be on virtual retreat the 6th through the 8th of January for the virtual, which Darcy can't be on, so you don't get to see her there. But you could meet her if you came to Kentucky, and maybe she'll be in Indiana when we do
Kentucky.
that one again. I don't know, right?
Yes, come to
Um,
Kentucky.
yeah, I was in Kentucky once, I think. Where's Fort Campbell? That's in Kentucky, right?
It is. Yep,
It's in
it's like
Tennessee and Kentucky, I think. It's in both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's where I was in Kentucky. I was at Fort Campbell once. It's 101st Airborne.
It's where my parents grew up.
Yeah. Oh, right there. What's the town right there? There's a town right there, Fort Campbell. Maybe it's Fort Campbell.
I mean, I think it is Fort Campbell, but there's Madisonville is close to there. I think not too far, because I know they lived there for a while.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm trying to figure out how to get a trip out there, maybe here very soon. Like I was talking to Darcy this morning, to come out and rally the team around and see if we can put something together pretty quick. But I want to thank you for taking time out of your day today to come on and share your story with us, Darcy.
Absolutely.
We know that you were touched, and we are so appreciative that you have jumped on board to help us and volunteer and do all you can to help spread the message.
Absolutely. So grateful for all you do, Tom. This program is incredible. It gives people their life back. So appreciate what you do.
Great. Thanks, Darcy. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too. Okay, sounds good.
Bye-bye.